Ram, also a few other sectors where we have seen serious negative implications because of the prevailing environment. One is real estate. All right, we do have regulatory issues over there, but otherwise also the sentiment is pretty weak, especially after the rate hikes. And second is broking industry. What's your outlook on these two sectors right now? Can you hear me, Ramdev? चलिए हम फिर से उनके पास चलने की कोशिश करते हैं। हम फिर से उनके पास चलने की कोशिश करेंगे, लेकिन जैसे अब तक बता रहे थे रामदेव साहब कि कुछ हद तक अगला क्वार्टर जो है वो भी चैलेंजिंग साबित हो सकता है ओवरऑल इंडिया इंक के लिए। जिस तरह के नंबर्स इस बार रिपोर्ट हुए हैं, उसके बाद देखना होगा कि अगले क्वार्टर में एटलीस्ट जो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी है वहां पर कुछ स्टेबलाइजेशन देखने को मिले, तो ये एक अच्छा संकेत हो सकता है। रामदेव साहब, आप सुन पा रहे हैं? कैन यू हियर मी?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I just wanted to understand, you know, two more sectors where the sentiment is really weak. One is auto space. If you look at the numbers today, the kind of drop that we have seen in sales numbers for Maruti, it's not very easy to digest the kind of growth which they have been reporting so far. So one sector is auto and second is broking, because the sentiment overall is so bad in the industry, and especially on the retail investor side, they are almost absent from markets. So what is your outlook on these two sectors? By when we can start seeing the improvement as far as fundamentals are concerned in these two sectors?
Yeah, as far as auto is concerned, you have to look at these 3-4 different segments. One is your in four-wheeler segment, you have to look at truck and cars separately. Then you have the UVs and tractors, and rural vehicles separately. And one distinct segment is your two-wheelers. So there's no dearth of demand for any of these products. The issue is the financing. Four-wheelers, because of the larger ticket size, they're typically financed by banks and a lot of NBFCs, and as the cost of money is going up, the cost of financing is going up, and a lot of banks are not even taking the increasing the portfolio over there. So per se it is becoming unaffordable, and hence there could be a slowdown in the demand for four-wheelers, and it could be completely cyclical. Even if economy slows down, then also the demand can come down. Whereas on the two-wheeler side, which is like 55-60%, it could be rural, and now ticket size is just about 40,000-45,000, and affordability has gone up, and hence the dependence on credit has significantly reduced. So I would think that the cyclicality, you cannot remove the cyclicality from either of the segments, but two-wheeler will be far less cyclical and extremely profitable, because still we are talking about broadly three players in the marketplace. So I think you have to see the entire auto space slightly differently depending on which segment we are looking at. Broking is, as we discussed about Motilal Oswal Securities, the sentiments are very much down, and when will it improve? My sense is that as inflation comes down, your bank deposits, which are capital guaranteed, and you get 10.5%, 11%. Once that starts coming down, then I think we might see some reallocation to equity markets, and by that time, valuation in terms of earnings and price could have a better kind of a reflection.
Last question to you, Ramdev, and a comprehensive one. One, in this kind of market, what would be your advice to a retail investor, your top 3 picks for retail investor? And second, do you think the international scenario, especially the US scenario, has played out completely in global markets, because that will have its implications on Indian markets as well?
As far as this US situation is concerned, I think it was very predictable. At least to me, it was very clear that this default thing is not going to happen. I mean, there is a political posturing, and it goes on. So once this political posturing thing is over, just at the last moment, they are going to say that, okay, this is a deal and let's be done with. So I think that's what exactly has happened, and markets are responding somewhat positively. but I don't think it is going to have very lasting effect. And it is for the day the event is behind, and then from here onwards we'll have our own normal kind of working for the global markets as well as local markets. Other factors will definitely impact. Then as far as the investor, see, these are environments where investing is actually very good. Investing is good in the sense that you can buy things at reasonable prices, except for few stocks which are in huge limelight, but otherwise you can get stocks at reasonable prices, and whatever you like. I mean, the only thing is that when you buy today, in 2 months time you don't see 10-15% move in those stocks. So this is a perfectly investors market, and whatever you like, you can do your work, you can research, you can talk to the company, you can go through the financials, and then you buy and maybe wait for some time for getting the return. So I am finding it, I mean, I don't have any, I'm 100% allocated, and like the latest story which is developed, I think the telecom story in India, this is version 2 of telecom in India. I would think that one should look at very carefully. The opportunity is big, and though it will unfold slowly, but my sense is that in next 2 to 3 years time, as the losses to the current new companies are going to hurt them deeply, I think the strength of this existing franchises like Idea and Bharti are going to play out very well for the investors.
ऑलराइट, चलिए शुक्रिया रामदेव साहब हमारे साथ इस बातचीत में शामिल होने के लिए. थैंक्स लॉट फॉर जॉइनिंग अस.